Basically like bailing out a swimming pool. Okay, it is hot. It's November 1st. I could be wearing shorts, it's so warm today. I had to bail out some of the skating rink here, but the sun is slowly evaporating all these little puddles, so I've made a little landing strip for myself. And today I'm working on some new combinations of moves. G-turn to fakie shove it, spacewalk to shove it out, combining the monster walk and the spacewalk and the walk the dog, and who knows what else. The Casper is a trick invented by professional freestyler Bobby Boyden in the 1970s. And his nickname was Casper. The proper Casper, your front foot doesn't touch the ground. There's a tendency for your heel to hit the ground with your front foot. So you have to keep that front foot off the ground. The back foot, I don't know what the opinion is on the back foot because it's the one anchoring you to the ground. Sometimes a little bit of your shoe is going to drag. But the nice thing about a freestyle deck is the freestyle deck has this skid plate right here, and the skid plate is the perfect spot for your back foot to kind of get some purchase, if you see what I mean. Your back foot can kind of tuck in. It's also the reason for the grip tape on the bottom of the board, so that when you're doing a Casper you can catch it easier. I think that's about the only reason for the grip tape. Maybe if you're doing an airwalk you can grab it better, but anywho, back to work. This is a trick that I knew about back in the 80s when I was a teenager skateboarding freestyle in the garage all winter. But I kind of gave up on it. I could never figure it out. And I think back then I was less patient. I was interested in street skateboarding, getting out and grinding things and doing tricks on the street. And the freestyle tricks take a little bit of finesse and you have to think about them. And they also take a lot of balance. So now that I'm a bit older, I think I have the patience to figure out the minutiae required to do these sort of balance-oriented flat ground tricks. The other problem with practicing Caspers is it wears out the top of your shoe right there, and eventually you break through your shoelace, you wear through the top of your shoe webbing, and that's why I need to bring some duct tape. I just forgot today. So anyways, there you had it, some 360 Caspers. We're going to land those sooner or later. Here's another trick that I learned in the garage in the winters, the heli pop, which is sort of like a 360 ollie off the nose. But I never really realized that I actually got air with those tricks. Rodney Mullen used to do them onto benches, and I just assumed that I was doing little tiny ones that never really got off the ground. However, the slow motion camera has revealed that I actually do get a little bit of air on my heli pop, which is cool. So here's another weird trick that maybe already has a name, but I don't know what it is, so I'm going to call it. This trick is a variation of the no comply pressure flip shove it that I did a few episodes back, but you do it stationary. And I'm calling it the Dundas Stomp because the park I'm skating in is in Dundas, Ontario, and it's such a beautiful spot. It's been making me so happy to spend time here, so I figure let's name the trick after the spot.
Okay, the puddles are a bit of a pain, but they make nice reflections.
I talked about how much trouble I was having doing the backside G-turn in a former video, but I'm starting to get the hang of it. So a manual is just a wheelie, but a stationary manual is a wheelie where you don't move. And this is a really good exercise for improving your balance. It'll help your spacewalks and a whole bunch of other tricks. If you want to watch a cool video, some street skateboarders doing a competition to see who can do the longest stationary manual, check out that video. It's kind of amazing to watch. This is an alternate way to get into a rail stand. I normally do them like this. But there's an easier way that you can do from the skid stall position, and then you can try to flip out. So this is really a nice, easy way to get into a rail stand, and something I might want to try to land in the future is a rail flip to Casper. And the last goofy trick of the day, I don't really know the name for this either, but I'm going to call it Around the World. It's like a 360 Casper, except you do it on the top of your board, so you use your skid plate to pivot, and you can do that stationary, as I'm doing it, or once you learn how to do it, you can try it moving. I'm not making any headway, so I'm going to call it quits.
Not a skateboard session until you take a fall. Speaking of which, this is a mighty fall tree. I spent all my time working on these skateboard tricks, trying to do something fancy and graceful, but this tree just does it all on its own. Beautiful. That may wrap it up for me for today, for whichever episode this is of Old Dog New Tricks. So thank you for watching, and for all the interest that friends and strangers have offered to my little videos. I'll keep making them. I hope you keep enjoying them. If you like this video, please hit subscribe and like, because the algorithmic overlords really appreciate it when you do that, and so do I. Till next time, stay limber, and I'll see you on the flip side.